Hi guys, what's up, it's your girl Charla from That Girl Cooks Healthy. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite Caribbean style meals, which is boneless curry goat, some homemade dairy-free coleslaw, and keto roti. This is great if you're looking for a high protein, moderate amount of fats and low carb. So let's get to it. So I'm going to show you the ingredients that you need in two parts. First of all, you're going to need the star of the show, which is the goat meat. So I'm using boneless goat meat. Boneless goat meat is a lot leaner than the bony variation, and because we're focusing more on lean, high protein, that is the reason why I'm using boneless goat meat. You're also going to need some hot water, some olive oil, some curry powder. I like to use my homemade curry powder, all-purpose seasoning. Also, the all-purpose seasoning, that is another homemade variation that I like to use as well, and I will put the link to that as well in either description box or on the screen. Some black pepper, some pink salt, some Scotch bonnet, some thyme, onion, garlic, and ginger. So these are the ingredients that you're going to need to make your homemade coleslaw. So I have some shredded white cabbage, some grated carrot, some red bell pepper. This is optional, but we like to add that to the coleslaw when we're making it, so you don't have to add that. Some lime juice. In terms of seasoning, I just keep it simple. So ground mustard, celery seed, small amount of black pepper and pink salt, and also some homemade dairy-free mayonnaise as well. I also have the keto roti that I made it in advance, but I can also show you that on another separate recipe of how I make my keto roti, if you want me to do that. First thing I like to do is to prepare the coleslaw, just to get it out the way. So I'm just going to put the cabbage, the carrot, the red bell pepper, the spices, so the celery seed, ground mustard powder, black pepper, pink salt, lime juice, and the homemade mayonnaise, and just put that into the bowl. And I like to use my hands in terms of working in the mayonnaise with the rest of the ingredients. You can use a spoon to do this if you want to. One thing that I like to point out when it comes to coleslaw, everyone has their own preference in terms of how it should taste and what is the definition of a good coleslaw. Some people are very dependent on mayonnaise, and other people just like to use a small amount. So feel free to add more mayonnaise if you feel that you want more. I call it more of a sloppy type of coleslaw, or if you just want the bare minimum, then you can follow what I'm doing, because I just like to add just enough to create coleslaw. So now that the coleslaw is prepared, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some sarang, or some people call it cling film, and just put it over the top of the bowl, and then I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator until I'm ready to eat. So now I'm going to season the goat meat. So I'm going to add my curry powder, just a small amount of all-purpose seasoning, some pink salt, my onion, garlic, and ginger. Now all you need to do is to work the seasoning into the goat meat. I almost forgot black pepper as well. I cannot believe I almost forgot the black pepper, so I had to add that just as a last minute thing to make sure I didn't forget that. You'll also notice that I'm using gloves as well, or should I say wearing gloves. The reason why I wear gloves is I like to use my hands to work the seasoning in, and I do find that curry powder stains. It really does stain. So to avoid any type of staining, I do recommend wearing gloves. You can use a spoon if you want, but I personally prefer to just get right in there with my hands. So do whatever you're comfortable with. So now that we've seasoned the meat, we just need to get some saran or some cling film and just put that over the bowl and just leave it to refrigerate for several hours or overnight. Now it's time to cook the goat meat. So the first thing we need to do in a medium-sized saucepan, we need to just add a small amount of olive oil. Then we're going to add a small amount of the curry powder. So what we're doing here is we're just, as we call it, burning the curry, but we're not actually burning the curry. It's just a terminology that's used. And what you're doing essentially is just cooking the curry for about a minute or so. This serves as the base for most curry recipes. It just helps to enhance the taste. That is the reason why we burn the curry, so to speak, before we start any type of curry-based recipe. So now that we've burnt the curry, so to speak, it's time to sear the goat meat. So you're just going to add the goat meat to our pan and then we're just going to sear it. It does require a bit of patience because it does take some time for the goat meat to sear. So just exercise a little bit of patience while you do this. So now that we've seared the goat meat, it's time to add our scotch bonnet, some thyme and hot water. It's really important that you add hot water. Now the hot water, you just want to add just a small amount to begin with, and you will need to add, most likely need to add more halfway through the cooking process because goat meat takes a long time to cook. We're talking about a minimum of 3 hours. So just pour in the hot water. Then we're just going to give everything a gentle stir, put the lid on and just leave the goat meat to cook for 3 hours. But you also want to check on it occasionally because you may need to add some more hot water, like I said. So a few hours have passed now, so it's time to check on the goat meat, and as you can see, the color has really deepened since we first started to cook it, and I feel as if it needs a little bit more hot water. So I'm just going to pour in a little bit more hot water, and that just helps to keep everything smooth, and also it stops it from receding in terms of not having enough gravy. So you just want to add a small amount of hot water to just help create that gravy and make sure nothing's sticking, and then you just want to put the lid on and continue to cook. So the goat meat has cooked. I'm going to just take the lid off and show you guys. So as you can see, there's a nice amount of gravy, and I'm just going to take a spoon just to scoop up a piece of the goat meat because it is really tender and pretty much good to go. So this is what dinner looks like for me. We have the boneless curry goat, we have the homemade dairy-free coleslaw, we also have the keto wrap as well. The keto wrap was already prepared, but I will be making a video to show you guys how I make that. So the only thing we need to do now is to plate up our delicious dinner. So boneless curry goat, some homemade coleslaw, and a keto style roti. For those of you who are looking at something that's more of a high protein, moderate amount of fats and low carb recipe, something that's going to help you with weight loss, to kickstart weight loss, I definitely recommend this recipe. I also have a 3-day guide, and I will put the QR code on the screen that you can download my guide if you want to. It's just going to help you to kickstart any type of healthy eating habits without losing your culture. So I really know how important it is, being Caribbean, that we love our food. You know, food is our culture, it's a part of who we are, but we don't necessarily want to give up some of our favorite foods. So we can definitely eat Caribbean food and still have a healthy twist to it, and that's essentially what I'm showing you guys here. So let me know if you would try this recipe. I really would appreciate it if you left any comments or engaged with me, just to let me know that you enjoyed the recipe. That really would make my day. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you on the other side.